And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Oh my God, institutions are getting ready. Institutions are getting set up their infrastructure of crypto, everybody. And one day when it goes, bam, just like that. It's not going to be one of these where you could be a chimpanzee and just watch it slowly go up just like that and be like, I think I need to invest in crypto. Now is the time. So many people are going to miss out. You're all here early when all these cryptos are in the 20 cents, 30 cents, 50 cents, 70, 80 cents. One of these days, everybody, when this thing launches, these cryptos are $500, $1,000. Now is the time. You are at the tail end of cheap crypto. The news I have to read to you is fundamental. Very few people. How many people knew about Bitcoin when it was like 5 cents, right? I didn't really know anything about it. How many people knew about Ethereum when it was 3 cents? Not me. The insiders did, right? How many people knew about XRP when it was 15 cents? How many people knew about Hedera Hashcraft when it was 17 cents? How many people knew about Flare when it was a penny? You get the point. Zebek when it was 0.00. I'm showing you stuff right now. You have a great channel called Crypto Hulk, and my channel gives you the best deep dives so we can see how all this is connected. I don't have all the answers. I know that there's a lot of mystery in crypto. I know that we're here early. It's not time to sell. Why the fuck are we complaining? Oh, Crypto Hulk, the price says. Well, if you look at XRP in the past year, we're up 200%. Now let's look like an adult, okay? How much is good? When you have an investment fund, let's speak like an adult right now. If you have an investment fund, if you make 10 to 15% a year, that's actually pretty good, right? Right. Now let's think. In the past year, I made about 200% or so on my XRP. I took 15 years of investing and put it into this year? 20 years of investing? To get gains of 200%, that could be like 8 years, 10 years, depending on what investment fund you're in. So when people say, when dumb shit people say, oh, but the crypto prices are down. I'm like, well, just like anything, I mean, not everything's going to be up, you dumbass. I mean, these are people that are so fucking stupid. I don't even bother answering questions because it shows me how fucked up, retarded these people are. And my channel's not for retarded people. It's not special needs show. We've got this news today that makes me confident because I'm literally watching history unfold right before me. And those of you that are interested, you can come join me. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor. CryptoKin says, I love when crypto is cheap. It makes me feel like I got a chance. I got my allowance. I have my allowance for the month. I'm going to put into a $5 or $10 show. Probably a $10 show. I'm trying to boost those numbers. They're not doing great. But I'm going to put into a $10 show. I'm going to look for a crypto. I'm going to seriously now. I'm serious. I'm going to seriously now look at what crypto do I want to put 25% of my monthly allowance into, and I will do that in a $10 show. If you have a monthly membership fee of $10, you'll be able to see what crypto that is, why I'm doing it. So yeah. My name's CryptoHawk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. Don't buy anything I tell you to buy. Don't sell anything I tell you to sell. I don't know anything about what I'm talking about. Every show, I snort about 3 lines of cocaine, really thin ones. I inject about a half ounce of heroin, smoke some PCP dust, take a handful of E-pills, and wash it down with about 15 ounces of vodka. I do this about an hour before the show, so I get extremely high when you get financial information from me. All righty then. I didn't understand what it was, but I was interested in. Okay. Yeah, people that are like, some people are really fucking stupid. They think this, that they're going to go onto my show, that I know all these answers, and they're going to ask me what my price prediction is for this, and that the crypto market's all bad right now, and they're trying to be like rich tomorrow. I'm like, dude, are you like 3 years old? Do you really think like this? Like, you got into crypto last week, and your goal is to be retired by this week. Like, something's wrong with you, man. Like, mental health wise, like, you need counseling. You should really seek counseling. And but yeah, I get these people on the show and they ask me these really stupid fucking questions. And it's like, go back to that troll channel you were watching or whatever, who's giving you astrological, like, if Aries is in the right place with Saturn, then you're supposed to buy this crypto. Like, just do that, man. Or go back to watching that cartoon channels that give you cartoons or chart analysis or something. Go watch that shit, because you're just not on the right fucking channel. You're on planet Uranus, and we're not there, okay? All righty. Ziglu. Let's talk about Ziglu, not igloo, but Ziglu. It's in the United Kingdom. I just want you to see what the trend is. Let's get this thing up and going there, buddy. Let's get it up and going there, buddy. All right, Ziglu launches crypto on a card. Crypto Hulk, what the hell's going on? Ziglu, the United Kingdom-based digital banking and crypto platform. Now, this is interesting. We have a digital banking and a crypto platform at the same time. Are you guys seeing something here? Crypto platform mixed with banking. Okay. They have launched crypto on a card, a new feature enabling customers to spend their crypto in real-world transactions using their Ziglu debit card. Now, they're claiming this is a new feature, I guess, for Ziglu, okay? What I want you to see here, this may not be the first time this has ever happened. What we're looking at is real-world adoption. This is in the United Kingdom, the communist states of the United Kingdom. The feature allows users to choose and prioritize the order of cryptocurrencies they'd like to spend from. And Ziglu automatically converts to the Great British Pound at the time of purchase. If the balance in the primary account is insufficient to cover the whole transaction, Ziglu will work its way down the list of active spending accounts and automatically pull from the additional spending accounts in the hierarchy set by the users. Also available for connection to Apple Pay, Google Pay. Ziglu promises transparent rates and zero hidden fees. It's a launch, not launch like you're eating the launch, but a launch. This launch is a major step toward bringing cryptocurrency into real life spending. says Mark Hipperson, CEO at Ziglu. We're proud to offer a simple, secure way for people to use their digital assets for everyday payments, not just investment. This is what I'm talking about right here. Mark, what's his fucking name again? Mark Hipperson, CEO at Ziglu. Brilliant article, small, short, to the point, real world, no voodoo, hocus pocus, none of the dumb shit. Just you have a crypto company linked up with a payments company, and it's like too fucking easy. You have your crypto lined up. You want to buy shit. You can pull it out of your Bitcoin account or whatever it is. You want to go buy midget dildos or something like that, whatever you want, different colors, green, yellow, black, purple, whatever the fuck. You can get those, and it's okay. In the United Kingdom, it's okay. Not in my world. Nowhere ever in my world where midget dildos be okay. But in your world, from planet Uranus, yeah, I'm sure that worked out great. However, whatever you got going on over there in your neck of the woods. But let's see what we got. Let's zoom out and look at this here. Why is this newsworthy? Because we're seeing this as commonplace. This is how it's going to be in the future. You got all your crypto. Your bank's holding it for you, of course. I know. I hate that, but that's just how it's going to have to be. Your bank's holding all your crypto hostage, and as long as you don't get on the wrong side of the political spectrum, your money will be okay. You walk into your favorite porn shop or whatever. You see a midget dildo that you like. You want to get it for your boyfriends, and let's leave that one alone. And you want to swipe it with your debit card. You want to use Gaycoin, because there's an actual crypto called Gaycoin. I'm not making fun of gay people. There is. I've already gone over it before. It might still be officially in use, Gaycoin. So you have $3 quadrillion worth of Gaycoin, and you go to this little store, novelty store, and you go buy your little midget dildos using Gaycoin. And if you don't have enough in that account, then you can use your next account, which will be Peppy. But either way, you're walking out with that fucking midget dildo, okay? That's faux show. Then you get your Maxine Waters blow-up doll, like John Madoss has, and everything works out good. But I'm laughing, but that is how easy it'll be. You'll literally have your crypto on your debit card. Whatever card you have will have an electronic wallet in there. For software wallet, Wells Fargo, everybody's going to have a wallet. Your state government's going to be in there, your federal government stuff, your job history, medical, on, and on. Okay? This article shows that right there. 552 man, thank you very much. April Fool's tax-free donation. Oh, and then it turns out it's taxable. I'm like, fucker. But okay. Enough of that. Let's go to the next article. Let me locate it. Right here. European payments. Oh, this is going to be big. This is going to be huge. This article is huge. Let me do a copy and a paste. Hold on a minute. Quit rushing, Crypto Hulk. It's like a fine wine. It just ages gracefully. Okay, let me do it. Copy, paste. Okay, there's that. Gaycoin. Her dudes are sword fighting over. I know, I was doing research about 3 years ago, and I came across like Just Coin. Like, they were showing cryptos from like 10 years ago. And in that top little group there of 20, there was like Gaycoin. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And so I was just like, wow, well, I'll make sure I don't get that one. You know, it's going to, that's just not me. different strokes for different folks, right? I'm not trying to talk about that subject anymore. Eric Goldsmith. Thank you very much. Fine Maxine Blackberry wine. Oh, now it's going to make me sick. All right. Well, let's get back to work. You guys are distracting me too much. Crypto Hulk. Shut up. All right. European payment schemes turn on instant cross-border money transfers. Oh my God. Hold on. Wow. Stop the music. The European Payment Alliance. Now I got to stop joking around. You got to quit distracting me. The European Payment Alliance is beginning the switch. Everybody, oh my God, I think I might be crying. I think I might be Whitney Houston right now. I'm getting all emotional, baby. The European Payment Alliance is beginning the switch to instant cross-border payments. Oh my God. Becky, I got to repeat this again. The European Payment Alliance, that's like the whole fucking EU. Just thought I'd put that out there. They're beginning the switch. Oh shit, Crypto Hulk. Wait, I think there's a Woodrow Wilson in my pants. They're beginning the switch to instant cross-border payments between mobile transfer schemes. Bankomat, Bizium, MBWay, Iberia Sibs, enabling users in Italy, Portugal, Spain, and Andorra to send and receive money instantly to mobile phone numbers. Oh my God, are you hearing this? This has never happened before. We're talking about in Europe instant payments. Well, that rules out Bitcoin and Ethereum right off the top, right? You already know. And we're sending money to mobile phones. Do you know how cool that is? Though that's way cooler than I'll ever be. EuroPA, it's called EuroPA, enables interoperability. Oh my God, I think I just almost want to cry. Tears of joy. I'm telling you, everybody, one day, one of the time, this shit's going to happen one day. We're all going to look at our phones, and the amount in our crypto wallet is going to be, oh my God. I'm going to go buy a mansion right now. But until then, I'm stuck in, I got a nice little sweet little office here. No complaining. I got all kinds of alcohol all over the fucking place in here if I wish to drink it, which I don't, because I'm on the job right now. I'm a true professional. So EuroPA enables interoperability between Italy's banks and more than 50 million users and 186 institutions. Everybody, I'm telling you what, this, oh my God, this is all XLM, XRP. We already know. These banks are leading mobile payment solutions in their countries with more than 2 billion payments last year in 2024. And a share of more than 65% of total instant payments in the 4 countries. Oh, damn. It is expected that all participant banks from Italy, Portugal, Spain will be connected by June. Everybody, I want you to see it's all getting hooked up. We're not all hooked up. We're getting there by June. In Portugal, Spain, and Andorra, you'll have 100% of banks connected to instant payments, just like that. Not Bitcoin, not Ethereum. Much like the European markets striving to provide a euro payment capable. Okay, I don't need to read the rest of this article. I think we get the fucking point. Now, Crypto Hulk, what is your best guess? Since they're not telling us exactly what company, they're not going to do that in an article. See, people like us are the ones that want to know. Normal people, they don't want to know what company are you using, what platform, what tech. They just want to make a fucking payment. All right. Here's the article right here. The EURC launches on the Stellar network. This is like 2 years ago almost. Right here. Circle's euro-backed digital currency is now available on the Stellar network, enabling what? Real-time global payments. Oh, Crypto Hulk. So already Europe has instant USDC EURC payment. The EURC is a fiat-backed stablecoin. The launch of the EURC on Stellar introduces a digital representation of the second most globally traded cryptocurrency. At launch, Stellar is the third chain on which the EURC is now available. I'm not going to get into the whole article, but this one is very stellar, okay? And that would be a good guess on who are these three banks or these three countries, Italy and the others, who are they running on? Well, I don't think it's out of the question to say Stellar. So if you have the cryptocurrency Stellar, just wait, because they're not all hooked up. And then you got to get the world hooked up. And then we got to tokenize after that. So you're not rich tomorrow. What we are is we're buying McDonald's stock for 3 cents. That's what we're doing right now, okay? We're buying Microsoft stock for 3 cents. Right now, we're buying Amazon when it still sold books. This is what we're doing. We're not rich tomorrow. Please get that mentality out of your head. You are right now investing in the cryptos of tomorrow. Real world use case cryptos. I don't give a shit about all these other cryptos. I don't. I want to know what European cryptos are going to be. You know, this is all where it starts. It's Italy, it's wherever the fuck it is. Then it grows and it grows bigger and bigger. Then you start tokenizing on top of it. See how this goes? You are in when Microsoft is at 2 cents. Nobody's heard of Microsoft. What does it do? What's a fucking computer? What's Stellar? What the fuck is Stellar? If you ask anybody, you know about Stellar? You know, that's built, that helps USDC move. They're like, what are you talking about? That's how early you are. This is what I'm trying to show you. Now is the time to get in. But Crypto Hulk, I'm trying to get rich tomorrow. I want you get off my fucking show. This is not a special needs program, okay? You got to get off this show. With that kind of thinking, get off the show. Because all you're going to do is have me wasting my time dealing with your stupid ass. Okay, now let's look at another article dealing with this payments. Now let's look at this, because now it's about to get real big, everybody. I'm going to show you with some pretty strong evidence what cryptos they're going to use. One of them, we just went over, Stellar. If you're brand new, that's XLM. Now, you can buy all these cryptos at my sponsor, Caleb and Brown. Let me put the link in. You could also find this link below every show and every little short video I make. This is institutional custody. You're given your own broker that you can call on the phone and help figure out what cryptos maybe you need to get. You have institutional custody at Caleb and Brown, meaning 2,000 banks. You are using the same custody solution that 2,000 banks are using. But guess what? You don't have to be a bank, all right? Now, right here, what do we have? The European Digital Payments Alliance. The article we just talked about. The article we just talked about. We go in here and they're talking about who they are. Who is the European Payment Alliance? They get into all this stuff. Scroll down to where it says members. Scroll down to where it says members. And you'll see Worldline. You've got AirCash, Nexi, Worldline, and Taya. In particular, Worldline is who we want to look into, everybody, because Worldline is a Ripple partner, and it's not just a Ripple partner. Let me show you something massive right here. This article went from kind of looking a little small to massive. We got Joshua Joseph, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. I need advice for wealth preservation after price appreciation. LLC Trust Stable. Okay, you're speaking Chinese. Thank you very much for the tax-free donation. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'd suggest you go find a financial advisor. Pepe Le Pew. Learned more from you, Cryptoholic, in the last few months than any other channel in the last 5 years. Well, that's what happens. So let's look at, just keep learning. You'll be super fucking rich. That's why we're all here. We're not here to laugh at my awesome jokes. We're here to make serious fucking money. We're looking at Europe by June 2025 having instant payments. We know it's not Bitcoin or Ethereum, but it is Worldline, according to right here, Worldline. Then I showed you this article here. This article is from about 2.5 years ago. European Central Bank finalized 5 partners for what? The digital euro, including 1 Ripple partner. What do we have right here? We're talking about instant payments. In that other article, we're talking about instant payments, cross-border. Right here in this article, we're talking about the European Central Bank having a digital euro. And they were working on it. And if you scroll down to the 4th paragraph, Worldline is the only Ripple partner that has been authorized by the European Central Bank to develop a prototype digital euro wallet. Oh my God. Now, Worldline was actually chosen by Europe to make their digital euro. Let's do a copy and a paste right here. Right here. Look right there. So we're talking about digital payments, instant payments globally, going at 100% adoption rate for the banks in June in Europe. It's with this European Payment Alliance. A partner of them is Worldline. We look here in this article here, Worldline and Ripple have already made digital wallets and the money. So that is another crypto. If you're brand new, the crypto here is XRP. What I'm showing you is this is already done. They already have a wallet. You'll be able to put it probably into your bank. I don't know where you're going to put this wallet. Maybe it's already in your bank account. You know, whatever bank you have, they'll do an update. And then, bam, your crypto wallet will be right in there. We're seeing right here, Worldline was selected almost 3 years ago by the European Central Bank to make the digital euro. There was 5 out of 54 companies chosen to do this. And Worldline is a partner of Ripple, and they also have a wallet that they made. In my opinion, it'll be Circle, which runs on Stellar, and you'll have the XRP, and you'll be using that the XRP ledger in all of this. It's very clear when you have Worldline as a Ripple partner. Wayne Williams. I'm here for the deep dives and awesome information, but yes, I always laugh at the jokes too. Thank you, Hulk. You know, you got to have some humor mixed into stuff. You got to laugh at some stuff. And here's something else. Now we're going to switch over to HBAR crypto. What I'm showing you right now is cryptocurrencies that are ready to go. These are ready. Let me do a copy and a paste. HBAR, HBAR. I'd say it's in my top 3 cryptos. Hashgraph, here we go. 13 hours ago, this article, it's probably longer than that, but anyhow, you got Hashgraph is going to launch a permissioned distributed ledger technology. It's called HashSphere. HashSphere. SPHERE. HashSphere. Hashgraph, formerly Swirlds Labs. The founder of Hedera Hashgraph Distributed Ledger is expecting to launch a permissioned, that means people like you and me ain't getting in. They're going to launch a permissioned distributed ledger technology, HashSphere. That's the name, all one word, HashSphere. Kind of like hash browns in a sphere, put it together. Is expected to launch HashSphere in Q3. So somewhere around August. One of the current beta testers is Australia Payments Plus. Australia is in the house, which operates key Australian payment infrastructures and is a long-standing government council member of Hedera. Oh my God. Now, why is Australia in this? Well, because 3 years ago, you have a guy named Dilip Rao, who used to be a big shot at Ripple. He quit and went to work for the government of Australia to hook up the government of Australia with Ripple technology. Here's the article right there to prove it. Now, how is Ripple, how is Hedera doing all this distributed ledger technology stuff? Well, here's an article for that. You've got Ripple, Hedera, and Algorand as partners. That's how. So we're reading how Ripple is in Australia, Hedera is in Australia. Is it hard to figure out that Hedera and Ripple are partners? No, they're working together. So now you've got 2 cryptos, or 3 now, that you can get from Caleb and Brown: HBAR, XRP, Algorand. Those you can all get from the sponsor of my channel using my link. DJ, oh yeah, and on Thursday, Caleb Brown will be on the show on the PM. So if you have any kind of questions for Caleb Brown, you want to join him, how much does it cost, kind of stuff. It's kind of interesting. We had our first show last week, and I learned some stuff. It was pretty cool having an investment advisor type person show up here. DJ Super Chancho, member for 16 months at the 2024 Crypto Explosion. Just reminding y'all that work sucks. Buy tons of crypto, not financial advice. Yep, that's what we're here for. And we're learning about this Hashgraph. So they're going to have their own private ledger. Okay, it's called HashSphere. The DLT company sees a gap with the current permissionless and permissioned offerings. On the one hand, okay, let me speed this up. They're talking about interoperability. See, this is how Hedera is being able to be interoperable, is because it's working with Algorand and Ripple. So now you take a really, really great project like Hedera and make it even better. You get a project like Ripple and make it even better. You get a project like Algorand, make it even better by linking up with the XRP ledger technology and the Hashgraph technology. As a Hedera governing council member, I think I'm in like the third or fourth paragraph. As a Hedera governing council member, we are interested in HashSphere primarily for its enhanced privacy and regulatory compliance. It's already passed regulations. There's an interchange of stable coins between public Hedera and the private HashSphere and other layer ones protocol. Now, what we're going to discuss here, it starts getting real. Go to the bottom of the article where it says Hashgraph returns to its roots. The news comes as the enterprise world seemed to be coalescing around 3 distributed ledger technologies: the Ethereum compatible Hyperledger Besu blockchain. Now that's also Stellar. Hyperledger is Stellar. So you got Ethereum links up with Hyperledger, which is IBM, and that's utilizing Stellar. Then you have the Canton network, which is using smart contracts, which is the R3 Corda platform, and they're using the XDC crypto. You can buy all these at Caleb and Brown. So now we're talking about, oh my God, XRP, HBAR, Algorand, Stellar, XLM. These are 5 right there. All 5 you can buy on my sponsor, Caleb and Brown. Yet in the past week, we've seen 2 new permission distributed ledgers, the other being Google's Universal Ledger. Now, all of a sudden, everybody, we got Google up in this mix to make it even more complicated. Let me look right here. So we got Google. Here is, let me take a look here. We'll look into that one later, the Google Cloud, because that's also in another article I'm dealing with here. So we're dealing with this Hashgraph who is going to have a private. So what we're doing here is institutions want to jump in. That's what we got going on. So you got Hedera is now working with institutions, and they've got to have another blockchain. Everybody's got to make their own blockchain, but we know where Hedera is getting their technology from. So let me just leave that article kind of there for a minute. This is what we got going on, is they're utilizing Hedera, Ripple, Algorand. You got Stellar in there. Australia's coming in, testing this out. Because you actually have a real government. This is pretty massive. This is how you know it's going to be massive. The country of Australia is testing this out. This isn't like Nike shoes or something like that. This is an actual government. And I just showed you the tie-in with Ripple, with Australia's Federal Reserve Bank. This thing is going to go. And you know what they do? If they tell you they're going to test it, it's already done. Okay? So this is pretty interesting. If you haven't got Hedera, you might want to consider it. It's at 17 cents. And Filipino banks are all hooked up on this as well. That's how you know a crypto is legit, is when the banks are hooked up, because banks are not allowed to just use any kind of crypto. They got to use only the best ones. So this makes a great case for Hedera, which is HBAR crypto. Let me check some comments and go to our next article here. I'm buying HBAR tomorrow, says, don't hack me. Next, MasterCard. MasterCard's going to show you the future credit cards, and that is the no-card credit card. This is where all this goes. All this has been planned out. Oh, yeah. If you're watching my program and you never give a donation at all, then how about we do this? Every show you watch, hit the like button. Does that cost you anything? No. Every show you watch, save it to your favorites on YT. Every show you watch, send it or share it to your email. Maybe take 10 videos and share it to your email every day. And then lastly, pick about 10 episodes of Crypto Hulk Show, put it on a loop, and just let it run. There you go. Now you've okay, it says we're live. We have YT that shut my program off, and let's start back on again. They usually do this about every 15 minutes. Here's your article right here. MasterCard brings embedded virtual card tech to commercial payments. MasterCard is launching a program designed to bring embedded virtual card technology to commercial payments. From April, banks using MasterCard's virtual card number technology can enable platform partners that have enrolled in the new program to accelerate the use of embedded consumer-like experiences. By embedding the VCN virtual card number into technology, the virtual card number technology into the systems that incorporates are already using. MasterCard says it will make payments more efficient and streamlined. The program, it claims, will help slash lengthy onboarding processes, unlock efficiency. Okay, what they're doing is this. They're going to start incorporating your biometrics, okay, to speed up payment processing and logging on and logging off and buying stuff. No longer you're going to have to type in credit card information. No longer you're going to have to verify, that the number on the back of your card. They're going to virtual cards, meaning you're not going to have a credit card anymore. It's done. It's going to be based on your face biometric, thumbprint, palm print, stuff like that. They're trying to speed this up, or you go online, you find something, you like it, you push one button, and that's it. You're not going to have to type in your name, first, middle, last, what country you're in, like all these things. Now it's just, oh, I like those. I like that TV. Buy it, just like that. Maybe your computer, the camera right there. Maybe you do it. Maybe if you're on your phone or something, you do a selfie thing or whatever it is. But I'm just showing you that. Now, MasterCard is a Ripple partner. Let's take a look at this. Robert Driscoll says, Hulk, just grateful to have a seat on the channel. During these volatile times, knowledge is powerful. Facts are reassuring. And that's what I try to do here. We just got done reading an article on how your credit card will no longer be a card. We're talking about one click. We're talking about where you buy something and maybe maybe you paid off in 6 payments over 2 weeks. I mean, they're getting really creative here. And then they're throwing in biometrics. We have an article here. MasterCard partners with Ripple. Swipe your debit card to use XRP. So now we know that MasterCard's all mixed up with Ripple. The evidence is right there. Now we're going to go back into the data. Let's look right here. Crypto Hulk, when did all this digital ID stuff start? Like 11 years ago. Here's an article dated 2014, right when Ripple started, okay? Look, they had all this figured out. 21 top Bitcoin and digital currency companies endorse the new digital framework for digital ID. Trust and open data. You've heard of open banking and all this shit was done 11 years ago. We have right here a new digital framework for digital ID. And they're talking about open data. And that's what open banking is, everybody. 2014. There was 21 companies that helped do all this. They figured all the shit out. It's not just Ripple. You got Ripple Labs right in this article here. You've got MIT. That's where Gary Gensler came from. Gary Gensler came from MIT. He knows everything that's going on. Gary Gensler, that's why I said fake trial, fake trial, fake trial. Gary knows all this stuff. Gary's just pretending to not know. I called it right off the top. The other channels had no idea. For 2 years, no, for 4 years, all these other channels just reading off, and the crypto case today with Ripple, and the case, they're reading off the case. I'm like, not once did I read off the crypto case. I've been calling it a fake trial since day one. The other channels, no fucking clue. Let me click out these articles. Okay. The next article we have is the CME Group, and they're talking about Google's Universal Ledger again. So let's look at this Universal Ledger thing. Hulk, you made me feel guilty. Look forward to your show every day. Always learning. You are number one. Thank you, says Mark. Mark, thanks for that tax-free donation. That all the stuff you guys do jams up the algorithm and will help grow the channel. If everybody's diligent and you just loop those 10 shows, let them run like that, it starts busting the algorithm. I've seen it. All right, what do we got here? CME Group, trial tokenization. So you have one of the biggest investment companies in the world. They are now going to trial Google's crypto platform. Are you hearing me? Tokenization. They're going to take real world assets. I'm telling you, like, not a show. Okay, 6 months ago, I told you guys, I don't hear much on tokenization. 6, 7 months ago, I'm not even hearing nothing. Nowadays, every fucking show, twice a day. Morning show, PM show, tokenization's coming up all the time, okay? Now, that's a good thing. That's how we get rich. But remember now, this is happening on private ledgers. So we're not going to know the price on the main ledger, okay? It's going to, just like that, one day. I think they're going to merge all the ledgers. Man, they're going to keep some private. But these crypto prices, XRP, it can't be $2. It's not going to run on it can't run on $2. It's designed to be like 1,000, 10,000. All these cryptos are not going to be 5 cents, 50 cents, none of that shit. You have CME right now, and they're going to trial tokenization on Google's new ledger. Are you hearing me that Google has a ledger? Derivatives trading company CME Group says it is piloting the use of digital ledger for wholesale payments. This is all, do you understand? Like, this is all Ripple right here. You're dealing with derivatives. Now we're dealing with, okay, the DTCC, right? So let's look at this. This DTCC is a depository trust clearing corporation. They have 20 locations all around the world. What does the DTCC do? They facilitate global derivatives trading. I'll just make that simple. How much do they move? They move about $3 quadrillion a year. The DTCC right here, if you look at their webpage, has selected what crypto platform, Crypto Hulk? R3 Corda. Now, R3 Corda is the crypto platform. What is the cryptocurrency of R3? And that's XDC crypto, which I'm trying to show right here. XDC crypto. Here's your article right here. R3 Corda network set to go DeFi with XDC digital currency. There's your evidence right there 2 years ago. They're telling you right now the derivatives market. Now, Google is working with the CME group because Google has this ledger, right? Let's look at the connection between Google and Ripple, shall we? Let's take it back to 2017. Let me do a copy and a paste. Okay, there we go with that. What's the title of this article? Google-backed payment company Ripple. And they're working in India together to help India's payment system. And they got Axis Bank and Yes Bank working with them. Why is that important? Because those are the first two Indian banks to join this NPCI with Ripple and Google as partners. So now we know that Google, since at least 2017, that's this article here, we know that Google and Ripple are partners. But now let's take it back to 2013 when Google invested in Ripple when it was called OpenCoin. So before it was even Ripple, it was called OpenCoin. You had Google right there. Here's the article right here so you can see it for yourself. IDG Capital, which is Chinese, and Google Ventures invest in Ripple. So if you were to say, Crypto Hulk, who are the early investors of Ripple as we know it today? Well, you'd have to say the Chinese government and Google. And that's just being honest. And who invented XDC crypto? Zinfin. And that's a Chinese company, by the way. They have the Chinese flag on their webpage. No other channel has that except Crypto Hulk. Now, we're going to look at something called Codius. It's another Google Ripple connection right here. I want you to see this, that CME Group is going to launch derivatives tokenization on Google's blockchain. And I'm showing you right now with evidence that Google is Ripple. It's pretty much the same thing. They're partnered out. They're working together on stuff. Here's something called Codius. Here's an example of what I'm saying. What I just sent you is Codius. If you look at the very beginning, this is 2014. I have the original. This is not the original, but this looks pretty close to the original, but it's not. I have the original. No other channel has. But I've got the original white paper on Codius. And if we look at what it is, Codius is like the brains of all the internet, okay? Of all the smart contracts, what it is smart oracles. So Codius, let's look at what it is. It's a Google product. See what I mean? So Booch and Baker, welcome to the 2024 Crypto Explosion level membership. You got something called Codius, which is what makes Ripple interoperable, okay? Codius, smart oracles provide a flexible way to implement smart contracts. So we introduce an implementation of smart oracles called Codius, which uses Google's native client for code sandboxing. So what is Codius? Why is it important? Joe Pike, welcome to the entry-level membership program there. Why is Codius such a big deal? Because have you ever heard of a thing called interoperability? Yeah. So Ripple's XRP ledger is interoperable because it has Codius. If you were to ask people, why is the Ripple ledger interoperable? And they're all like, well, because it just is. No, but like, why? Well, because they designed it that way. No, like the answer is Codius. Ripple's ledger. And welcome back again to Crypto Hulk. I think the YT sensors, when I started talking about Codius, that's when I started to unplug the show. So let me go back and say this again. So I've already shown you how Google invested in OpenCoin before it was even Ripple. I showed you how in 2017, Google and Ripple worked together in India to bring about their National Payments Corporation of India. Now I'm showing you another connection. It's called Codius. That came from Google. Google had something called Native Client that they bought from a group of people, which I'm saying are three-letter agency people. All this shit's three-letter agency government stuff. The reason the XRP ledger is interoperable is because of Codius. It's sandboxed code. So what it is, it's like a master interpreter. Imagine you could speak any language. Imagine you could travel anywhere in the world and speak their language. That's Codius. Imagine you have any kind of computer program. You could run it on the XRP ledger. That's Codius. Got it? So that's Google working with Ripple. And that's what this this brand new Google platform, they're announcing that the CME group is using that platform. It's Ripple. It's called Google Cloud's new Universal Ledger. And I think with the information I've given you, it's very clear that it's Ripple technology working with Google, just like they have with Codius, with India, on and on, okay? Let me check some questions, and then that'll be it for our show. We are just about at 1 hour mark. Michelle says, now YT is glitching your voice. Unreal. Circle's utilizing different blockchains. So that's one. And one of the blockchains that Circle utilizes to facilitate moving their Circle token is Stellar. So that's it. There's not much to it. Vadim doesn't understand about Circle. So Circle has a stable coin. They utilize different blockchains to move the Circle stable coin, okay? And each of those blockchains has their own crypto as well. So there you have it. Okay. All right, that'll be it for today. Or that'll be it for this morning's show. If I can make a PM show, I'll do that. But as of now, we're at the 1 hour mark. This show's done. You've had enough big truth bombs dropped on you. And let's see what else I can find later today.